Hi, my name is Michael Tennell. This video is to show you the demo for my Mibew Administration design. Let's go with Mibew. Um, so this is just to show you the new design that I've been working on or have worked on. Whatever, I'll get to that in a minute. Okay, so to explain why I'm doing this, I am a website designer, and I have clients that sometimes need live chat support. So I needed a software that to provide to them, and there are many options, most of which suck massively. But Mibew is actually really good. There's a lot of features that I love in Mibew, especially the autofocus tab feature. Awesome. The fact that if you're on every other project, if you're waiting for a chat and you're on another tab, you hear this ding, whatever. You might hear it, you might not actually. So it sucks. But in Mibew, if you're on another tab, you hear a ding, of course, but you also get your focus brought back to that tab automatically, which is awesome. Everything should have that, but only Mibew that I know of has it. Anyway, so I'm not saying that Mibew is a bad software. I am a huge fan of Mibew. It's just the design is very lacking, and unfortunately, this is the first time I've ever shown anyone my design because the people who originally were developing Mibew never replied to me. I sent emails, I posted on the forum, they never even responded at all on anything I ever said. So I got discouraged and I didn't bother to show anyone. I just, kept to myself, showed it to my clients. That's it. So recently, there's been a new project team taking over Mibew, which is awesome because they displayed their roadmap, which showed a lot of cool ideas, and they've proven that they want to keep the community active, and I really love that. And I'm happy that they're there because that makes me, excited and encouraged to provide the stuff that I've built. And I've built more than just this design, and I'll get to that later. But anyway, speaking of their roadmap, they also mentioned they're going to do XMPP support and integration, and I just want to say, please make that top of the list, like top 3, maybe even top 1. That's awesome. Because for those who don't know, XMPP is a instant messenger protocol. It's a protocol. It's also called Jabber, if you might know that term. But it's a protocol that allows you to connect to a server through an instant messenger program like Pigeon or Adium, or even like stuff on Android, or like Zabber and stuff like that. It's awesome. It allows you to use an existing desktop application or mobile application to get notifications, to have conversations, all these things. It wouldn't be able to do settings, but it would be the important stuff. And if y'all do that, by the way, that's going to bring in a ton of people, because that is a feature that no one has. No open source system has that feature, and the ones that have it, that are the premium ones, charge like an insanely stupid amount, like $50 a month or something. Anyway, sorry for the rambling. Let's get back to the point. So you can see the difference between my design and the current design. I'm going to go ahead and do a demo of the current design. So this is the login page for the current design, and it's not good. There's nothing design-wise that's good about this, but it's also not horrible. It's just not good. But I'm a website designer, so it has to be good if I show my clients. Anyway, so Mibew, the original project team, have this weird redundancy issue. Like they build the same thing multiple times. For example, on the login page, the first freaking page, you have these 2 login forms. They do the same thing. There's no point for them. I don't know. Whatever. But anyway, so you go into the Mibew home is what they call it. It's a dashboard. I don't know why they call it a home. Whatever. When you go into here, you see, again, not a good design. Not horrible, but not good. Anyway, so you see this You're Offline Connect, or this Visitors. These two links are exactly the same thing, and there's no reason for them both being there. This Without menu is essentially the same thing, but it takes away this side menu, which, why would you need to do that? Whatever. So essentially it's three things, the same thing three times. Then also you have this little thing up here that says You Are Administrator. Duh, I know that. But if you said You Are Administrator, click here for something, that might be useful, but it's just text. It's just pointless text. But if you go all the way down here, this profile link, you can edit your profile. See, there's really no reason for that. Anyway, also, you don't need this giant text to say where you are. It should be rather obvious, and it should have a better design telling you. Anyway, let's get to my design now, right? Okay, I made a lot of changes, and we're going to go step by step to what I've done. Well, not super detailed, but So this is the new login thing. I also made a new logo. The logo is based off the original one. It's just a lot more modernized, a lot more clean, a lot more styled. So anyway, you can see it's a lot. The design of the login screen is a lot more consolidated, clean. There's one form. Anyway, so once you log in, you're in the new dashboard. And as you can see, there's a lot of stuff changed, but there's also some similarity to it. It's got the side menu on a different side and more stylized, but it's also got the the same links dashboard that the other one had. It's much more different in the way it's laid out, of course, as you can see, and actually also 4, 3, 4, 5. Let's go back to the page that has the current design. And as you can see, the administrator and the profile, that section has been consolidated into a much better layout. You can see over here now, you can see that I've put it where my name is listed there, the name of the operator. It doesn't matter, so it shows you're logged in. You can also hover it, click it, and it edits your profile from that one link. So there's just one little thing, much more clean, consolidated. Anyway, the dashboard is essentially the same as the other thing, except for this console. That's a new thing. The console is essentially just the consolidation of Connect and Visitors and Mount menu all into one. It doesn't need to be multiples, so there's one. Also, the offline tag is now consolidated into that one thing, the one option, the item menu, item, whatever. And so you can see if you're online or offline, which is a great feature. I like it because if you log in, if you automatically went to online, then you might log in and forget you did, and people would be looking for chats for someone who's not there. So I do like the fact that it's not immediate. And obviously you got all these different features, all the same stuff, just laid out differently and more clean. But I do want to point out, I did not change everything. I didn't have time or motivation because it didn't reply to me to change every page. And to show you that, I'm going to go to the button page. So you can see it's the same thing. The only difference is I took out the title, and instead of the title, you have this the menu item changes and let you know that you're on that page instead of having a title, because it's really not necessary, right? And this is what the console looks like. It's essentially the same thing, just a little bit changed and the title's gone and stuff like that. It's And that's pretty much it. It's very simple. Changing, it doesn't sound like a lot, but let me explain why it is. The design is actually uh, a lot more than just the basics of it's not more. It's a lot more than aesthetics. The administrative section, unlike the front end section, does not have a theming system. It has hard-coded files and it has a CSS file. That's it, and that's not good enough. Unfortunately, that's how it's set up, but hopefully they'll bring in my design that will change that. So what I did was created a simple template structure for the administration. You have a section that is the style, and it's right now it's hard coded for the sake of it, make it easier for me to build it, but it could be changed for the settings or something. But essentially, you say you have a folder of all the themes for the administration. You go into this one file, like a config file, you edit it and say use this theme, and then it changes everything to look like that theme. The reason I did that is because I wanted it to be able to manipulate itself, change the colors, blah 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 blah, change the logo maybe to fit the design of the client. I wanted them to log in and it feel like their site or their program, their app. The current way is impossible, so that's why I had to build that. There's a lot more to it, but this is getting a long video, so I'm going to skip this little stuff. Now you might be wondering why I'm not giving you a link to the demo and I'm just recording this video. The reason for that is because it's not ready. It's not, production ready. It's still definitely a beta. It's a functional beta, but the difference is it's a hard-coded beta. The only way this design would work is if the project team decide to bring it into the new versions, like the 2.0 version. It can't be anything else because I can't release the code because it changes a lot of hard, core files, and anytime there's an update, it destroys the design and the system, and that's not a practical thing to do. So unfortunately, this video demo is all you can see right now, because, well, otherwise it'd create a mess, and I don't want to create a mess for anyone. So hopefully, the project team does like it, does decide to take it in and incorporate it into the new system, and if so, I will make more improvements and design other pages and to make it overall just a better design, a better administrative section, and maybe we could, I might even make some front-end templates too. You don't know, whatever. I also have other things I've worked on for Mibew. For example, I've built a PHP-based operator status for your online operator, buttons. The buttons are, they're fine, but the problem with them, I don't like the idea. Okay, here's my thing. I don't want a button at all if they're not online. I don't want them to know that there's a possibility to be online. So instead, I built this feature. So it's an add-on essentially. What it does is detect if they're on or not, and if they are, gives the button. If they aren't, shows nothing, or maybe shows a link to call or a link to email or something like that. Just not a live chat button of any kind. And there's other stuff I can't remember that I did. But, if the project team embraces my ideas, maybe you'll see them. Maybe not. We'll see. Whatever. Thanks for watching. Sorry it took so long. I got to get better at this. Recording videos and stuff. But, again, thanks for watching, and hopefully you'll be able to use this soon.